I'm not heading. Like, I just want to get it fixed. I don't.
Just a number. It makes it look like I did something right.
When a living legend like Floyd Mayweather ends up in a hospital after being struck in broad daylight, it sends shockwaves through the entire boxing world. But now we finally have Mayweather's first words following that infamous punch from Roy Jones Jr. outside the LAX terminal. And make no mistake, Floyd isn't backing away. If anything, he just turned the situation up another level. So what exactly did Mayweather say? Roy wanted a fight. He got one. Floyd said he believed swinging at him would make him relevant again. But now it's personal, and Roy may not like what comes next.
Roy, you know there's one question on my mind, and I appreciate you answering it. Does Floyd Mayweather want to smoke with Roy Jones Jr.?
Floyd Mayweather, anybody else that wants to smoke with Roy Jones Jr., you know damn well that you get in on Floyd. Has there ever been a question? That's the one thing that's different from Roy. That's the difference between Roy and Floyd. Roy picked who he fought. Roy fought whoever the fuck came. He was elected. So, don't get me trouble. You already cut.
They must have really forgot. They must have really forgot.
Don't be sorry, Jim. Don't be sorry.
But no, anybody come my way, man, I'm always ready for it.
Did you feel disrespected? Like, I mean, obviously you did feel disrespected.
Play stupid games, you know what I mean? Like I said, when this man was supposing him up over there in Dubai, I was going to do this try to to make sure he got home okay. You understand me? So no matter what the difference may be, I still respect you as a champion. Now you're not my top five, but I still respect you as a
Let's go back to the beginning. Just a few days ago, the world watched it unfold. Roy Jones Jr. walked directly toward Floyd at LAX. There was no warning, no build-up, and then suddenly he unleashed a punch. Not a jab, not a light tap, but a legitimate shot. And although security rushed in and separated them almost immediately, the damage had already been done. Mayweather, a man who built an entire empire around being virtually untouchable, was suddenly the one being attacked publicly, caught completely off guard and left vulnerable in front of everyone. Now, Floyd wasn't hospitalized because he was knocked unconscious. Let's make that clear. He wasn't left lying on the ground, but he was taken in for a medical evaluation. Sources claim the punch left him shaken and caused a minor injury around his jaw. It wasn't considered serious, but it was more than enough to get the entire boxing community talking.
I speak my mind. I speak from the heart and I speak my mind. Is that bad? Absolutely not. At the end of the day, I'm happy.
But what makes this whole situation even crazier isn't simply the punch itself. It's the history that led up to it. Because Roy wasn't just attacking some random retired fighter. He went after the man who built his entire career around the belief that nobody could beat him. Let's remember exactly what started this entire feud. It began after Floyd made some controversial comments. Not directly about Roy, but about Muhammad Ali. Floyd has always shown respect toward Ali, yet he has repeatedly refused to call him the greatest fighter of all time. That alone was enough to irritate plenty of traditional boxing fans. Then Floyd went even further. He compared Ali and Roy, arguing that both depended heavily on their legs for defense. And once those legs disappeared, according to Floyd, so did much of their greatness.
Roy Jones and Muhammad Ali is the same fighter. Their defense is their legs. They're young, and at the top of their game, they can move. Once their legs went away, they sat and done a rope-a-dope. Ali, the same fighter that got beat by a fighter with 7 fights. Leon Spinks beat Muhammad Ali when he only had 7 fights. Ken Norton really beat Ali all 3 times. Go back and look at the fights. And I take my hat off to Roy Jones. Still beat more world champions than Roy Jones.
Sure, on paper, Some people could see it as nothing more than Floyd giving his opinion. But to Roy Jones Jr., those words sounded like straight-up disrespect. He didn't only take the comments personally because of his own legacy. He also felt Floyd was disrespecting Ali. Roy told Seconds Out's Radio Raheem that if Floyd disrespected Ali, then he couldn't respect Floyd. And from that point forward, the gloves were officially off.
He did, and that's fine. I went out of my way to troll him a little bit now. You want to fight? Come on. I mean, I ain't tripping. You ain't got to troll me. Come see me. That's who I am. I don't do talk well, you know.
Have you heard anything from him or anybody in the camp?
No, I ain't heard nothing yet, but they know where I'm at, and they know how to find me.
I mean, you think there's a possibility, Roy? Like, we might get this exhibition?
Ain't gonna be no exhibition. I want it real. Ain't no sense of being an exhibition. What we gonna play for? We both fight for real. What we playing for? Wasn't no exhibition. We didn't make it real. Exhibition for people playing. We ain't playing. I ain't anyway.
I mean, I'm being kind of lighthearted about this. You seem a little intense. I've interviewed a lot of times. I don't think I've seen this look in your eye before.
Well, I mean, I don't bother nobody. I'm authorized. I can have my own opinion. If you got a problem with my opinion, then anything I say, I'll be willing to fight about. That's why I don't fuss much, because if I say it, I mean it. And if you want to do something about it, come on.
All right, real quickly.
Inside the ring, outside the ring, I don't care. We do it whatever, wherever you want to do it. That's what I'm built for this.
Jones responded by attacking Floyd's legacy, specifically questioning the famous 50 and 0 record. He argued that Mayweather carefully selected his opponents, avoided certain fighters while they were at their best, and never accepted the same level of danger that helped turn Ali into a legend.
Do you respect the Floyd 50 and 0, or is it like?
You got to respect anything a person does and stay undefeated that long. So I respect it to a degree, yeah. Is it a 50 and 0 that I think, oh, he the greatest fighter all the time? Nah. Chavez was 80 and 0 at one point. 80. He could have retired at 80 and 0. You go ever top that? No. He just didn't stop, right? You got the 50 and you stopped because of Rocky Marciano.
Right.
So if Rocky died, if he wouldn't die, he probably would have kept going too. So and then at the end, you fight a guy that's 0-0 for number 50. How can I respect that? Yeah. You feel me? Right. So, I mean, I love Floyd, don't get it wrong, I'm not hating on Floyd, but come on, bro, you fight a guy that's 0-0, Conor McGregor was 0-0, and they let you do that?
And Floyd didn't answer with a single direct statement. Instead, he posted a silent YouTube short showing himself sitting in front of a massive screen while calmly watching some of Roy Jones Jr.'s most brutal knockouts. There was no expression, no explanation, and no words. Just pure ice-cold trolling. But the real pressure was coming from somewhere else. Negotiations between Floyd and Roy had already been heating up. And this time it wasn't simply about the money. Roy had demanded one straightforward condition. Winner takes everything. Loser gets nothing. That's old-school warrior mentality. And for someone like Floyd, who has earned millions from exhibition bouts alone, that kind of arrangement puts him in unfamiliar territory.
It's crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game. I said, okay. I said, you know, fighters fighting, they make $3 million, $4 million, $6 million, $7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million. But I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100 million?
Floyd wanted to turn the whole thing into another profitable money fight. Roy wanted something bigger, legacy. And when Mayweather appeared hesitant, that's when the tension really began to crack open. Roy interpreted that hesitation as disrespect, almost as if Floyd was avoiding him. And for someone like Roy, that kind of perception is exactly the kind of fuel that can turn a rivalry into something much more dangerous.
Is there something that you want to elaborate on, or is there something that maybe you don't like about Floyd?
One thing I don't like is that you don't respect elders. You talk about Muhammad Ali got beat by an 8-0 fighter. That 8-0 fighter was an Olympian who was a monster. Who, if you had a monster like that in your weight class, you wouldn't fight him at that time. You understand where I'm coming from? So, that being said, you're disrespecting the greatest fighter of all time. And if you disrespect him, you disrespect anybody. So you have no respect. But when you see me, you're gonna have some respect. Because if you want to get it, we can get it. I'm willing to go earn my respect.
But I didn't hear you say anything disrespectful about Floyd.
I never do. I'm not the disrespectful type of guy. That's not who I am. I'm the type of guy. The reason I'm not disrespectful is because when I say something, I'm ready to die for it. So if I say this, I'm willing to die for this. You understand me?
You
If
stand
I
on it.
I stand on it. You understand me? I'm not, like I said, I don't think LeBron is not a great player. I'm not one of the greatest players of all time. But if you ask me, in your opinion, my opinion, which I'm entitled to, you think LeBron and Mike. I'm going to say Mike because I saw what Mike went through to get where he got. So I got my own reason why I'm going to probably like Mike. I'm not saying just you're trash. No, you're not. I'm not saying you're not a great player.
Right.
I'm not saying you're not one of the top 5. Because you could be that. You feel me? And in most people's opinion, you probably are. Some people's opinion, you probably top 1. That's not, I can't say, oh, I'm right and everybody's wrong. No, that's just my opinion.
Right.
I'm entitled to my opinion. Right. But I will fight about my opinion. Right. So if you got a problem with my opinion, whoever, call my house. It ain't changed.
When Floyd said he wanted to fight, it suddenly became personal. This wasn't just empty talk anymore. Behind the scenes, his team was reportedly pushing to have the fight officially sanctioned. Not another low-risk exhibition, but something that would actually count. Floyd wanted the opportunity to punish Roy inside the ring, professionally and on the record, and fans are absolutely eating it up. Once the airport footage spread across the internet, debates exploded everywhere. Some people called Roy's punch cheap and unnecessary. Others argued that Floyd had brought the situation on himself.
Old school gloves
but
on.
one thing is undeniable.
And this is made
Everyone
of
is now
carpet,
demanding this fight. This isn't about rankings, championships, or belts. It's a straight-up grudge match, and Floyd knows exactly what that means. Behind closed doors, reports suggest Floyd has been training harder than he has in years.
Live, only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Whispers coming out of Mayweather's Las Vegas gym suggest he's been putting in double sessions, sharpening his movement, improving his timing, and, believe it or not, even
most of his
returning to sparring
recent
with
years
professional fighters again. He might be 48 years old, but don't make the mistake of thinking Floyd can't still move. His reflexes remain incredibly sharp, and that defensive style is still just as frustrating for anyone trying to touch him. And when it comes to legacy, Jeff Mayweather, Floyd's uncle, has now broken his silence regarding Roy's call-out, and you definitely don't want to miss what he had to say. Meanwhile, boxing professionals are already choosing sides. Andre Ward, Oscar de la Hoya, and even people from Pacquiao's camp have offered their opinions. Some believe Floyd still has enough slickness and offensive skill to outbox Roy, while others think Roy's size, power, and toughness could finally hand Floyd the first loss of his career. Pacquiao also shared his thoughts on the Jones-Mayweather rivalry, saying that if both fighters were competing in their primes, Roy Jones Jr. would completely dominate Money Mayweather.